These are thermos tumblers made by a company called Stanley. They're all over the internet.
It's hot, hot, hot. Also cold, cold, cold. Yes, it's the Stanley Cup.
TikTok influenced into buying this. There's like a subculture on TikTok that's just so obsessed with the Stanley Cup and what you put in it. And
the Stanley Cup is more than a lame cup, but a lifestyle and status symbol for young women in Gen Z today. Celebs like Taylor Swift, Shea Michelle, Adele, J-Lo, Olivia, they all carry this flask. Each cup selling over $45 and going up as high as $200 on reselling marketplaces with huge demand has to do with more than just influencer marketing. The desire of thousands of people to possess this oddly shaped tumbler has redefined Stanley's identity today. LG Electronics even launched My Tumbler Washer at Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas somewhere around January 2024, which is a dedicated washer machine made for Stanley Cup and other tumblers. Preteens want this as a birthday gift. Material girls want it for aesthetic reasons so much they queue outside stores in freezing cold as early as 4 a.m. and are not shy to pick a fight with others who want this exact same item. For them, nothing else cuts it. Not Hydro Flask, not Aloe Flask or any other flask that had immense popularity at some point of time. But why now, exactly in this moment of time, is Stanley's reusable tumbler popular? There's something deeper and more compelling. To our surprise, it has to do with Crocs, KFC, Justin Bieber, and even churchgoers. But why and what do they have to do with Stanley's increase in revenue from $73 million in 2019 to $750 million revenue in 2023? Was the viral Stanley Cup surviving in the burning car video also part of the marketing scheme? We'll find out soon. Let's dive into its history. This brand has been around for over a century thanks to inventor William Stanley, who initially branded this as a camping supply company for outdoorsy rugged males and blue-collar workers in Massachusetts. It was patented on September 2nd, 1913, and William Stanley's other inventions also included induction coils. During the brand's infancy, the brand had a blurry vision of the audience they wanted to target, or even a marketing strategy. They didn't have any clear marketing plan, but just the product. Yet with its exclusive and unique selling proposition, it's popular even today. Its high strength of steel and ability to retain the temperature of liquid stored inside it for prolonged hours made the flask suitable to be used in World War II. Many people in the United States even have mentioned that some of their best memories while growing up was of traveling with a Stanley for ice fishing with their fathers and grandfathers. But despite this, brand's balance sheet reflected low profits over time, with Stanley's revenue at a constant $73 million only in 2019. Fast forwarded to today, the landscape has dramatically shifted. So how did this once discontinued cup become a viral sensation, especially among young women? There are theories to it. So was it the viral car fire that sparked this newfound obsession? Perhaps the clever tactics of influencer marketing that fueled the desire to get their hands on this cup more and more among viewers? It could also be a deep understanding of the consumer psyche that reignited its appeal now, which was lacking years ago. Or it could be the product innovation, that is, the product being lifelong lasting with no additional magical powers adding to its appeal. It was once featured on the Buy Guide blog in 2017. This blog's readers were mostly women. This was a time when the brand did stop production or wasn't aiming to produce more cups because the demand was very less. The blog, however, continued to feature it eventually causing the Stanley Cups being sold out every time it was linked in the blog. One of the buyers, Maggie Smiths, traveled all the way from Canada to USA to get her hands on the cup due to its popularity, and there were no cups available in Canada. The buyers were also regular moms in this case, women who were looking for something specific, such as a wide variety of colors and ability to maintain the drink's temperature. So more and more members of the group started to buy it. Word of mouth increased and FOMO increased even more between those who didn't buy it. The scarcity model also came into play, which is a concept of people feeling an elevated desire to get something because it's rare and difficult to find. But it quickly became popular among female members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. In 2021, Stanley has a new office in Seattle with new president who would take Stanley to new heights. The brand shifted its approach a little bit and updated the products with new colors and pastels, latest colors, leaning into virality. There were new drops in 2021 with more than 10 new colored Stanleys featured into the collection. Young people being part of the culture started occupying a feeling of being associated with the brand. Especially women liked the pastels and vibrant colors, the pink, lavender, pista colored bottles. And according to Library of Medicine, the inclination of selecting pink color in women is a cultural phenomena. This explains why the traditional old Stanley Cup is now popular today as compared to old lifeless colored bottles. Cultural beliefs are deep rooted into a person and often very difficult to shake with opinions. The more a consumer connects with a brand on an emotional level, the more they are likely to make a purchase. When pink color is used in marketing specifically towards women, it reignites the sense of identifying femininity and romance as a primitive context from a primitive context. Now, when you put two and two together, you see why the pink color Stanley Cups continue to remain a hit among the target audience that have established to be young women. This is one strategic product innovation move executed by Terence. But that's not all. Terence is also someone who has worked with Crocs in the past as CMO. We all remember the ugly Crocs, right? Terence was able to sell something unconventionally desirable and make it appear desirable. Crocs too had a cult-like following and bizarre designs that people really wanted to buy after just being seen adored on the feet of celebrities like Justin Bieber and Bad Bunny. These were popular among a particular set of consumers who would buy charms for their Crocs and buy limited edition designs. This popularity didn't come by chance. Terence really, this guy in the picture, was responsible for making Crocs relevant and famous. So under his leadership, the Crocs brand did bizarre collaborations too. So Crocs collaborated with KFC, collaborated with Balenciaga. These were huge hits under Terence's leadership, and these hits would also now inspire Terence at Stanley to do collaborations with influencers in 2022 like the Country Gold Cup. Stanley and Starbucks collaboration for limited edition Valentine's collection was also another viral moment for the brand. People even lined up in December back in 2023 as early as 4 a.m. in the morning to get the tumbler from the store. The limited edition collection was all the fad. The addition of a small heart next to the Stanley name shot its popularity even more, even with police officers guiding installations of the brand inside the mall. And according to New York Times, the cup did become a collector's item. So now consumers who did not even have a need for this item wanted to start buying it just to collect it. These lines outside Target became popular on TikTok videos too by influencers showing their huge collections, creating more and more FOMO for those who didn't own the cup yet. So we talked about the color move to pastels, which further increased the demand. And hashtag Stanley Girl became an important hashtag in this trend. So brand analysts from CNBC say that it attained cult-like status despite it being a hydro flask for aesthetic reasons, and this possibly explain it well. In late 2023, a video of a Stanley Cup surviving in a brutal fire accident became viral. Terence did a video strategically highlighting the cup's fire-resistant strength and offering to replace the damaged car with a new one.
I'm the president of Stanley, and we've all seen your video. Wow. Well, we're gonna send you some Stanleys. But there's one more thing. We've never done this before, and we'll probably never do it again, but we'd love to replace your vehicle.
While they had to spend a few $1,000s on replacing the car, they did connect with a lot of young audience who emotionally got connected with the goodwill of the brand. Gen Z especially likes to do business with brands who care about their consumers and ethical rights. So they got inclined towards the brand, and the brand got eyeballs its way. Another reason of connecting with the Gen Z audience could also be the sustainability link of this reusable flask, which is also seen as an environmentally responsible move on behalf of the brand. So the consumers think by engaging with a Stanley Cup or buying this cup, they are somehow doing good for the planet. The owner did get a new car by the Stanley team as promised. All of this made Stanley even more popular in 2023, increasing its revenue as we speak now, which is not a bad return on investment. This also brought the spotlight back on product innovation that also comes into place, that testifies for product quality of keeping the content inside insulated for 7 hours and more. A brand can't always rely on marketing to sell something that doesn't work. The video highlighted that even fire cannot ruin the cup and advocate for its durability. When the FOMO is so strong and the want of being associated to the brand to be a part of the lifestyle, there have been incidents of consumers complaining about overleaking bottles or finding difficulty in cleaning the straw of the product, with some users even complaining that the straws became a breeding ground for mold and bacteria, but still they continue using this particular cup. So in 2024 now, we are witnessing accessories for the already bulky Stanley Cup, like sleeves and top detachable snack holders. Accessories like these strap holders, phone case backpacks, these would add on to the utility of the Stanley Cup for the customer. So they want to customize the Stanley Cups and make it even more personal for them. This also summarizes why Stanley brand is able to motivate many to get their hands on it and really not look at the direction of hydro flask or aloe flask or any other flask. The consumer decides what's the best product and not the brand manager pushing this product is the best, come buy it. So what do you think of this video? Let me know in the comments.